All right, so go ahead and read the title, Will.
Our old friend Bear. Bear limped down the path at the back of the yard and lay in the shade of a big tree. He was an old dog now, but he still waited every day for Matthew to come home from school.
Okay, so I'm going to stop you there. So who are our characters?
Bear and Matthew.
Bear and Matthew so far, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what they do.
It was long before the bell rang and Matthew came running across the school playground toward the back gate of his yard. "Hello, Bear," he called. "Let's see if Mom will take us to the park. You could pretend to chase rabbits down there, just like you used to." Bear struggled to his feet and wagged his tail as he looked up at Matthew with his big brown eyes. Matthew waved to Mom, who was watching them from the kitchen window.
All right, so stop and share your thinking after you read that page. What are your thoughts about the story?
That Bear, always waits for Matthew.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
That he's
Are you
probably-
wondering something?
No,
I'm wondering why Bear always struggled to his feet.
he's old.
You think he's old? How do you know that?
Because it said that he used to chase sheep, but now he doesn't.
Ah, so you inferred that that means he's old, right? Yeah, let's read and find out what happens.
Mom, can we go down to the park?" asked Matthew as he went inside. "It's much a nice day." "And Mom, what's the matter? What's wrong?"
Can you try that again?
Mom,
Something sounded kind of funny. Start right here.
"It's such a nice day." "And Mom, what's the matter? What's wrong?" As Mom turned to look at Matthew, her eyes filled with tears. "Matthew, come and sit here. I want to talk to you about Bear," she said, leading him over to a chair. "You know that he is almost 14 years old, and that's very old for a big dog. He's had
So that's a tricky word, isn't it?
yeah,
Okay, that's okay. So what are you thinking when you see that word?
arthritis.
Okay, have you ever heard that word, arthrix?
No,
No. Okay, how would you break that word? Will, show me where you would break it. What's the first part?
here,
Arth. Okay, then what's the second part?
this,
R-I. So
Yeah.
arth, ri. And what's that last part? Tis, right? Arthritis. Have you ever heard of arthritis?
no,
Yeah, so that's a new word for you, okay? So he had something, right? And what is that something connected to?
arthritis.
How old he is, right? He has arthritis, so it's something that old people get. It's called arthritis. Dogs can get it too, okay? So let's start back here. He's had,
Arthritis and a weak heart for a while now. Matthew put his arms around Mom as she talked.
all right, so what are you thinking after you read that page?
That it answered the question,
What question?
is it if it's old?
Yeah, that that Bear is old, right?
Yeah.
How do you think Matthew and Mom are feeling right now after talking?
Sad.
Why do you think
Because he might die.
he might die? Yeah. Or he's getting older, they might have to put him down, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back to the title here. What does the title say?
Our old friend Bear.
Yeah, so actually we knew he was old from just our title. I wasn't even thinking about that. All right, let's see what Matthew and Mom talk about now.
I went to see the vet today to get some more.
Pardon the interruption. Recess will be blacktop only.
What are you thinking?
Medicat.
Okay, so think about the story. What would Mom be getting? Think about the story. Did you read on at all?
No.
So let's try that. I went to the vet today. Read it with me. I went to the vet today to get some more blank for him, said Mom. Dr. Kelly said that Bear is in a lot of pain. So what do you think she might have gotten?
Medicine.
Yeah, this is another word for medicine. We say medication. Okay, so that's a strategy you can use. We'll read on and see if you can figure it out, but then you got to go back up and try it. Okay, so you knew that and what they were saying, but now go back up and read it. Go ahead and start.
I went to see the vet today to get some more medication for him. Mom said, Dr. Kelly said that Bear is in a lot of pain because his joints attach all the time, and his pain will get even worse when the cold weather comes.
Let's go back up here. His joints blank all the time.
Touch?
Does it look like touch?
No.
So let's talk about this a little bit. His joints blank. This is the noun, joints. This is the verb, the action. Something's going on with his joints. What word could you put in there? Instead of this word, what would you put in? His joints blank all the time. His joints. What if we would say hurt? His joints hurt all the time. Does that make sense with what's going on? Makes sense, but it doesn't look like, right? So what's another word for hurt? His joints ache. Have you ever heard of the word ache?
Yeah.
Yeah, they ache. So sometimes you have to think of a synonym, a word that is the same as that, okay? His words, and that's another strategy we can use. All right, so they know that he's aching and hurting all the time. Poor Bear, right? Let's read a little bit more.
Dr. Kelly says that we are going to have to make a decision very soon. Mom explained. A decision, said Matthew. A decision about what?
Can you stop for a second? What do you think they're going to have to decide?
To put him down.
To put him down. Have you ever had to do that with a dog or know anybody that had to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, how did they feel?
Sad.
Yeah. Kind of like not wanting to do it, right?
Yeah.
Trying to find other ways to keep the dog there, right? All right, let's see what Dr. Kelly says.
Dr. Kelly feels that it may be a lot kinder if she helps Bear to die without pain, said Mom. No, said Matthew, I don't want Bear to die. Bear has always been here with us, Mom. You had him for ages too, before I was born. It's not fair. He can't die yet.
Okay, so we'll stop right there. I want to share something else with you. One of the things that we have to do as a reader will is pause in the right spots. So listen as I read this. No, said Matthew. I don't want Bear to die. Bear has always been with us. Mom, you had him for ages too, before I was born. It's not fair. He can't die soon. So when you read it, you kind of attach mom to this. He's always been here with us, Mom. You had him for you. It still makes sense that way, but they wanted us to know that Matthew was saying, Mom, you had him for ages because of how the author used the punctuation there. You just have to watch that, okay? Okay, so I have a question for you. One of the things that I think we can work on as a reader is kind of thinking about those bigger words and how, like this one, how to attack them, and then how to be thinking of which word you could fit in there. He's had something, right? This is what he's had. And at a weak heart, we knew it was something connected to how he was getting old, right?
Yeah.
So these are just new words for you that we'll have to figure out, okay? All right.